Harvey Weinstein will be sentenced later today following a case that sparked a cultural shift in Hollywood. But how have Me Too and Time's Up affected life on set? Sonia Barnett is a certified intimacy coordinator and is here to tell us more about her role in TV and film production. Good morning. So good to see you.
Good morning.
I just asked you, how many intimacy coordinators are there? And it was a shockingly low number.
It is. There's only 4 of us certified in Canada. There are 3 in Toronto and 1 out in BC.
So how long have you been doing this?
I've been doing it for less than a year.
Which means it's something new as a result of the Me Too movement.
Yeah, it really sprouted out from that. It actually initially came out from theater, which has been doing it for about 10 years. And after the Me Too movement, it just kind of rose. It originally started in film and TV with a show called The Deuce in New York, which was based heavily in the rise of porn in New York in the 70s and 80s. And because there was a lot of nudity and sexuality on set, a lot of the performers really felt that they needed some kind of protection on set doing these particular scenes. So somebody came in, and then the industry exploded after that. So that was an HBO show. And now HBO mandates for every single one of their shows that they have an IC on set.
Long overdue. So what does your job entail exactly for pre-production, production, and post-production?
So for pre-prep, I'm essentially there to support the directors and the performers and make sure that I help the director's vision go through and that the performers understand what's expected of them and that the director and the rest of production understands what is expected of the performers' boundaries and limits and make sure that they're comfortable doing what is expected of them. We have conversations with the directors, performers, first AD, make sure that everybody's on the same page for the scenes, and then once that transfers from pre-production on set, I'm in charge of helping the first AD or the second AD help what's called closed set protocols. So we make sure that all the monitors are either tilted away from the general population of the rest of crew, that there are only a few essential filmmakers on set for the performers that are either partially nude or doing simulated sex or like that, and that they feel comfortable doing that in this big setting in front of camera.
What's an AD for people who don't know the technical term?
Assistant director.
Okay. So, and then what's happening in post-production? Because I know you've been working on 2 sets right now, C, with Jason Momoa.
Correct.
And a Guillermo del Toro movie as well, right?
Yes, Nightmare Alley.
Okay, so on those types of sets, what does your job entail? Are you a watchdog? If you see something weird, do you ask follow-up questions? Are there reports being made?
Yeah, so because of the pre-prep, the people who are going to be on set know what I've done with the director and the performers ahead of time. And then once we're there, I'm essentially another set of eyes for protection. So yes, the first AD or the second AD will make sure that the closed set protocols are put into place. But sometimes, because there's so many people and so many working parts in a production, especially something on as large as C, things get left behind or some people forget. So I just walk around and make sure that those things are set and put in place.
And you are this objective, neutral observer where maybe people are getting caught up in things and it's like, let's just get this thing to tape. You're like, no, we're going to need a break. I need to make sure everything's going okay. Do you think a role like yours is mandatory on every film and TV set?
I really believe that it should be because there are so many horror stories that have come out of the film and TV industry over the last decades, really. Like it came to a head with Weinstein, but he's been doing it for 40 years and it's been happening for that long. And there are a lot of women that have left their career, have been really uncomfortable or forced to do something that they didn't want to do just so they could advance their career.
And let's be clear, this is like men and women have both come forward with stories. We saw, just yesterday it was trending as to Corey Feldman recounting Corey Haim's experience on set.
Yeah.
So this is a widespread problem. And it needs to be addressed, and it's good to know that there are things happening, that your job even exists today. It's long overdue, and it's happening. What do you hope happens today with Harvey Weinstein in the sentencing that'll come down in a few hours?
I hope that he gets what's coming to him. I actually thought that he'd be acquitted fully based on the history of sexual assault convictions, which is so incredibly low, and the power that he wielded. I think he'll have maybe 10 or 15 years. Of course, he'll appeal. It'll go through that major process. I don't think that he'll get the 25 years maximum, which is being looked at.
And of course, there's still the pending charges in Los Angeles.
In LA, yeah, correct.
Yeah, so we'll keep you posted. Thank you for the work that you do. It's very important.
Thank you.
Stay tuned to citynews.ca and City News as well for the evening newscast for more on this, as well as Harvey Weinstein sentence is handed down today. Thank you for the work that you do.
Thank you.
Right now, we're sending things to the skies with Jordan and traffic.